Okay, so we're on the second day back where I'm really still rapid firing these videos out on Tuesday, so I can just have this ready for Wednesday morning. But I got a lot of stuff done. Um, and we're finally gonna enjoy football, which is week 5 comes back tomorrow. So after 6 days of missing out, not being able to, or trying to catch up on stuff, I feel pretty good, pretty set now. We actually have a very good Thursday night game. The Rams head to Seattle. That's going to be a very interesting game as Seattle just beat the Niners last week, and the Rams just lost to Arizona last week too. So it's going to be a very interesting game. But I have the Rams winning this one. I just think that they're going to come back from that loss and say, okay, we know we did wrong. Let's go ahead, go back out there, beat Seattle, beat another rival, and then we hang in second place in the division for now. So, I just think the Rams on paper are a better team. They have a better defense, obviously. I think their offense, I mean, it's mostly Cooper Kupp. Well, I shouldn't say that, but you know, I think the Rams offense will be enough. I think obviously Seattle probably has a better offense, but I think the Rams offense will be good enough here. And then that defense is going to give them trouble. But that's what I said last week against Arizona, and that did not work out. And then I had to label this one London game. I'm going to start doing that for the London games. Jets versus Atlanta in London. This is, I think it's 8:30 a.m. for me. So I wake up and basically have a game right away. It sucks. This is a terrible game. But I think Atlanta will win. I'm low-key kind of rooting for Zach Wilson to get another win. I feel like just get back-to-back wins. Why not? I feel like it'd be very cool just to watch him flourish. I like Zach Wilson. I think he'll do good in the NFL. Maybe he has to go to another team. But I hope the Jets win. But, stats, facts, whatever you want to say, on paper, Atlanta has the better team, and they should win this game. But, I mean, you're going to London, so maybe jet lag and whatnot. Maybe the Jets do win this. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of hard to pick London games just because, you got to go fly over there for the game. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I have Atlanta. Then New England heads to Houston. New England losing a okay Sunday night game. I wasn't, honestly, I tuned out for middle of the first quarter, turned off the game until middle of the fourth quarter. I just did not care. So it was an okay game. New England obviously lost because their kicker missed the field goal, which honestly was dumb. Pouring rain and you sent him out there for a 56-yarder. I don't like that call. It was 4th and 4. I would trust Mac Jones. He was looking decent from what I saw. So, New England's going to win against Houston, but, I think they could have won against Tampa Bay if, you got to go for it on 4th down just to see what happens. Maybe you end up getting it. So, but then Detroit heads to Minnesota, going from the Bears to the Vikings. I picked Detroit to upset last week. That won't happen. I think Detroit's going to go 0-5, and they're going to lose to Minnesota because it's in Minnesota. So, then Philly heads to Carolina. Carolina, I hope they just bounce back. I love this team. I think this team is so much fun to watch. I'm so happy for Sam Darnold and whatnot, getting to show off what he can do. Dallas surprised me last week. Dallas is going to be a playoff team, most likely. They probably have that division on locks already, honestly. But Carolina should bounce back, I think, and beat Philly at home, too. Then New Orleans heads to Washington. Now, the past couple weeks, I've been saying Washington's defense is good. They're probably top 5 by the end of the season. And then they've fallen flat, and they have not looked good. They were not this last year's Washington team. So it might take until the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, to look good. But I think New Orleans just is better on paper, and I don't trust that defense anymore. Just watching them the past couple weeks, I thought they would be better. I was really hoping. Does Chase Young have a sack yet? He might not even have a sack yet. So he's your star player and he doesn't even have a sack yet. That's crazy. Um, so I'm picking New Orleans, even though New Orleans is on the road. I just think that defense does not scare anyone anymore. So then I'm just gonna brush past this. Tennessee heads to Jacksonville. Tennessee should win this. They just lost to the Jets. So if they lose to Jacksonville, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't know what to tell you. That's just terrible if they lose to Jacksonville. But I think that Tennessee will come back. They'll be mad, upset that they lost a very uh, slow-burning game to the Jets. Then again, another game. A lot of really meh games this week. Miami heads to Tampa, both Florida teams. Tampa should just blow them out of the water. Now, I know I said that Tampa would blow Patriots out of the water, but you knew Bill Belichick had something coming. But I just thought on paper they looked better. Miami, they'll put up some points, but they're not. Their defense isn't going to be able to probably withstand Tampa. I just think Tampa's going to put up probably 30 points, especially because they only put up, 19 last week or something like that, or 18 or something. So I don't know. I don't know. Tampa, their defense, especially the corners. I think they had someone else get hurt against New England last week, so their corners are just wearing thin. But that front is still kind of scary. So they'll probably end up getting pressure on whoever. I think is Jacoby Brissett is the QB. I'm I'm going on too much about this. Then Green Bay heads to Cincinnati. This should be an honestly interesting game. I think this will be a very interesting game. Probably the best of the probably the best of the noon slot games, honestly. I think this will be a lot closer than what people think. I think Cincinnati is a lot better than people give them credit for. They hung in there with pretty much everyone. They've beaten a couple of teams already. So, actually, I think they're first in their division. So, who saw that coming? But I think this is going to be a very good game. Look for this to be an underrated game for this week. I do have Packers pulling out a close one, 27-24. Packers beat the Bengals in a wild game. I think this will be very wild. I'm excited to watch this game, honestly. Before the season, I was not. But now, after watching, because I've actually got to see, I think, three of the 4 Bengals games have been on my TV, so I've gotten to watch them. So I'm very excited for this team. I think this Bengals team is better than what people give them credit for. Then Denver heads to Pittsburgh. I don't trust it. Denver had Teddy Bridgewater hurt. Sutton got hurt. I think someone else got hurt. I don't trust their backup QB. I think that Pittsburgh defense should be able to hold them off and do enough where the offense doesn't have to put up 24 points. So I'm picking Pittsburgh to beat Denver. I think this will be a sloppy 17-14 kind of game. I just think it'll be very bad, honestly. Then we have a lot of pretty good 3 o'clock games. It's 3 o'clock here for me. So Chicago heads to the Raiders. I think this will be a very good game. I like the Raiders right now, especially coming off of that loss. I think they'll do pretty good against Chicago. I think this is Justin Fields' first experience in a dome, I believe, since college. So I think, you're in a dome. Obviously, it can't get wet or anything. I think, he'll have fun in a dome. I think he will kind of show out. But I think that the Raiders' offense and defense are better on paper. Waller may go off again. He went off decently well against the Chargers last night. So I think he'll do pretty good against Chicago's defense too. Then Cleveland heads to the SoFi Stadium to face the Chargers. This is game of the week, 1,000%. I think this game is going to be very, very fun. This is either going to be a sloppy 14-10 game, or this is going to be a high-scoring 35-28 game. There's no in between. I think both offenses are high-powered enough. defenses, both defense, I think, are pretty good. So I could honestly see this being either a low-scoring game or both offenses figure out the defenses, and we have a shootout between Baker and Herbert. Either way, I am very excited for this game. Both teams have exceeded my expectations, even though the Browns did just make the playoffs. So, but they've looked better this year and just as good this year, compared to last year. So that I think they look a little better. Chargers really surprised me, really got better. I said they'd probably take a year or two for them to beat the Chiefs and take the division. Well, here they are already. I think they lead the division right now. So game of the week. This is gonna be a fun game. I can't wait. In SoFi, they want to get SoFi on prime time. Well, 3:00 prime time that's like the middle of the day game, but it's like the Fox prime time game. So I believe this is on Fox, or it'll be on CBS, one of the two. And it's gonna be a very fun game. Then the Giants head to Dallas. This is it'll be an okay game. I think Dallas puts up 40, just like they did against the Eagles. Then San Francisco heads to Arizona. It'll be interesting. I'm guessing Trey Lance is starting because I believe Jimmy Garoppolo was out for a couple weeks. So I'm guessing Trey Lance is starting. So we're going to have two mobile QBs, and we'll just see how the wide receivers, corners, defenses do against both QBs. Trey Lance had 2 touchdowns last week. Throwing, I think he might have had a rushing. I don't remember. But I'm picking Arizona just because the way they beat up on the Rams. So that's woo, what a game. And then my upset of the week, Buffalo heads to Kansas City. I am picking Buffalo to upset Kansas City at home. I think Kansas City is falling apart. I think this is Buffalo's chance to take the throne as the team to beat in the AFC. Now, obviously, the Chargers have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. The Ravens have beaten the Chiefs. But I think Buffalo will beat. I think Buffalo could beat the Ravens and the Chargers right now. I just think they're that good. So I have Buffalo upsetting Kansas City Sunday night, actual prime time game. So this is going to be a very fun game, and I can't wait for that. And then Monday will be a decent enough game. Indy heads to Baltimore. I have Baltimore here winning probably by maybe 10 points. Indy will do okay. I just like Washington. I thought their defense would be better than what it is, but it is what it is. But I have Baltimore winning here. They're probably they're gonna run a lot, and I think that's what you got to do, especially because, I guess you can probably throw on their corners. They're okay. The corners are okay. So, but I got Baltimore winning probably in a kind of close game, probably by 10 points, maybe a little less than that. But that's my picks for the week for week 5. So, we'll be back. I think I have another video or two coming out Wednesday, which will be when this video goes out. I'm recording this on Tuesday, and then Thursday I think I have something else coming up, and then Friday we have a skit, the second skit for the week. So I got a lot coming up. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.